Good evening. I call the Town of Saratoga Town Board in session. Please stand for Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. Okay. First on the agenda. So, updates since the previous meeting. We do have a report from the constable here somewhere. I don't think I did get one in my packet. Did anybody else?
It would have been.
Okay, got it.
Got it?
So the two that I had requested that he investigate, he sent letters to. I don't think we got a response yet. Is that what I'm insinuating from this letter?
Yeah,
From
it's
this?
just letting us know that he took care of those
Okay.
issues, sent the letters.
So I know the one on Town Line Road was the garbage that's on the corner that we're all talking about, on the corner of 80th. And the other one on Town Line was accumulation of cars, junk vehicles. And the one on 52nd, don't think I know that one. Junk again, okay. So he's on top of those. All right, anything else that has to go to Brandon? Anybody? Anything? Okay. All right, building inspector, do we get any kind of a report from
Yep,
him?
he gave a written report, that would have been loose out of your packet. You need it?
Apparently I don't have that one either. Thank you. Two new houses, we don't know where they are though, huh? Okay. I don't know about the rest of you guys, I'd kinda like to know where these new houses are going when he does his report. I think I'm gonna ask him to do that.
Just like label the address.
Yeah, just give us some idea, like on 52nd Street or 64th or wherever, so we can kinda have it in our heads that this is where it's building up in Saratoga.
Yeah.
Anybody? Any
Well,
comment? Yeah? Anybody else have anything to go along with that? We good? We're good?
Yes.
Okay. Zoning administrator, that would be me. We had something new come to Plan Commission, and it was for a zoning issue. It was for a condominium plat review. So we all worked our way through that, or stumbled our way through that, with the help of our attorney and the developer and input from everybody in the Plan Commission. I think we got things on a good even keel there. Other information that I want to bring forward is in regards to our infrastructure here in the town, our buildings. We went to the Towns Association, which I found very informative. We, being that Chase was there as a representative of Scott's Construction, but I was there for the town. And I found a lot of information in regards to what we can do with these buildings. And I have a couple developers coming out to take a look at our buildings and see what they would recommend and what kind of time frame we're talking, and just the condition of the buildings and how long we can make do with what we got, and what other things they might want to bring forward to us. So I want to keep that in mind. There was
Snow fountain was another big one.
oh yeah, that's right. Doug, this is maybe information for you. One thing I heard at the Towns Association, we had like an open forum where you could ask questions. And one thing they brought forward was that in the case of an emergency, we can have anybody haul snowplow that don't have a CDL, only if you have a population of 3,000 or less. And since our population is over 5,000, you have to have a CDL in order to help
Yes,
us
you do.
in the case of a snow emergency.
Yeah,
And
the only-
I was not aware of that until,
Yeah, you have to have a CDL. And
so,
There are, and they are correct with what they said. If you're under 3,000, you can have somebody plow without a CDL, but you have to have somebody on staff with a CDL. So it's not, you
Right.
can just go.
right.
You still have to have somebody with a
Yeah.
CDL.
But that still doesn't apply to us because our population is over 5,000, so.
We have to have CDLs.
Right, so in case of an emergency, if we have no one here with a CDL, and we can't call somebody in, then we'll rely on the county for help.
So the pecking order on that is, we were aware of that before, so how that works is, we have myself, and then we have Caston and Tom, and then I think they got another person or something.
Yes, we got two.
But
yeah.
if all goes haywire and we sign a contract with the county, so they can come in and plow for us if we have bigger problems.
Which-
Say we ruin 2 trucks or something the same year, we have a contract with them that they can come in and plow with us. We sign that every year.
I just signed that a couple weeks ago,
Yep, you
so it is on file.
So don't get nervous, it'll be fine.
I wasn't nervous, I just wasn't aware, and I wanted it to be brought to the attention. But I did find that Towns Association schooling very beneficial. I did learn a lot of stuff. And kind of blew my mind about how much you can learn just in that short period of time, just with questions and answers that other communities are asking. So I guess that's about it from me. Let's move on to the road crew. Caston, you got anything?
We're still working on mowing. Also, one other thing. For the winter, when people place their garbage cans out by the road, they always put them on the road, or a lot of, not all of them, but a lot of them put them right on the road or at the edge of the road,
Okay,
which is just.
keep it
difficult.
outside.
Is there a way we can communicate with everyone?
I can tell them right now. So where would you want them to be placed?
Well,
Edge of their driveway, right?
In the driveway?
yeah, at least, if they can keep them a foot off of the road,
Yeah,
at least. Cause those garbage
Off the
trucks can
shoulder?
reach- Yeah, they can reach beyond 3 feet off the
Right.
shoulder.
so, yeah, be aware of that when they're plowing snow, keep your garbage can set back a little bit. Yeah,
That's a good point. I come down 52nd yesterday, and it was almost hazardous, because there were some out on the road.
yeah, even on Ranger, even in my own neighborhood, I see that.
Can we add something to that letter that's going out with taxes?
Well,
Or is
Well,
it
it's
full
not-
That's
already?
pretty full.
Yeah.
it
don't
is,
think
but
it's-
that is a very important thing, but nobody reads the letter anyways.
Yeah, that's
It's
not
not the
true.
people, it's after he
I read
empties
it.
the cans,
It's
that's
still on
when
my
they
fridge.
get out by the road.
Okay, so maybe that's
Oh, you
something
think
we
so?
should
Okay.
It's a little bit of
contact.
both, yeah.
Maybe we can
Josh,
contact Tim. Paulette, can you remind me to send an email to Tim
Okay.
and tell him to let his crews know that?
About.
When they set the garbage cans down, they're actually setting them.
I've already told him about it.
Okay.
Remind him again.
All right, thank you. And, okay, the
They
good
should be
point.
putting them back farther.
Yes, keeping them closer and,
And I would think that we should be able to put something on Facebook regarding this
Or
too.
maybe even on the sign too.
I'm not sure how long those arms on those trucks will reach out.
He just said it,
About 3 feet.
They're,
Oh, they'll reach over 3 feet.
yeah,
but
they're
they-
actually
they-
quite long.
They said that we can do 3 feet off of the road that you can do, but they
Okay.
can even reach farther than that.
Paulette, she actually went to Waste Management for a seminar this week, and did you talk to
They
them about
had,
that?
they had the trucks out there, and then they had the arms, and they
Right.
had the arms opened up. I don't remember exactly how far out it went, but how far
I
it
said 5 foot.
opened, and,
Oh, yeah, you went too,
Yeah.
didn't you?
I'm sure they don't
Yeah.
wanna put it right at the 5 foot, cause
No.
then they're,
no.
so, if they
That's
try to get
fine.
it 2 to 3 feet off.
I guess
Yeah,
the
even a
best
foot off
advice
is
would
a
be to
lot.
put it in your driveway about 3 feet off the road.
Mhm.
That would be the best advice we could give.
Or they're
behind
gonna
the
go-
mailboxes.
or they're gonna go over
Yeah.
when it snows and it gets
Behind the
plowed.
mailboxes?
Yeah, well, back of the
Back
mailbox.
as far as the mailbox
Or-
stand is?
or, that's probably as close as you ever wanna get, because like I say, I come down 52nd yesterday, And if you would meet cars, you'd almost have to stop because some of them were out in
Same on my road,
encroaching,
yep,
encroaching on the road.
yep,
Yeah, the mailbox thing is a good way to put it.
yeah.
It should not stick out farther than your
Uh,
mailbox.
No further than your mailbox, okay.
When some mailboxes are too close to the road as well,
Yeah.
so that did.
All right,
Oh.
anything else, Caston?
The
You sold the
concrete-
trailer,
Yeah, we sold the trailer successfully, 11,000.
very good.
Yeah, it was 11,000 right on the dot. And then the concrete in front of the town hall and the pad behind the town hall for the dumpsters, that was extended. So we redid the front concrete, extended the concrete in the rear for the dumpsters.
Excellent,
Because we had the issue where every time they would drop the dumpster, the front of the dumpster about a foot would be hanging off into the gravel, so just needed a little bit bigger pads. The old dumpsters were much smaller.
thank you.
Did that trailer go to a private party or another municipality?
Private party.
It was, yeah,
Yeah,
tree trimming.
service.
Johnson Oxlow across on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I know a
said
couple
you
of
guys-
municipalities are looking at it too, so.
Yeah,
They asked me
I
to
got a
inspect
couple
it, it was a
calls,
nice
yeah.
trailer.
Yeah, well, previous trailer, yeah.
Yeah, that trailer was like brand new.
yeah, it was nice, it was nice. And I want the public to know the reason we replaced the concrete, because it was sloped towards the building. And, so, as you know, snow and water runs in towards the building. So we removed it, there was no option to lift it, so we removed it. Our own public works department did it and replaced it. So it saved us a lot of money by having it done by our crew, and they did it very fast. I think 3 days, right? You guys did a good job. I looked at it, looks really nice.
So I can add to that, even some of that, the blocks on the building were deteriorating.
Yeah,
If you go down in the basement, there's a spot in the corner that was black.
yeah,
So on the outside, there were holes in the blocks, so.
it's getting there.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
water was, you know, and I don't know if there's any other spots down there black, I think there's one on the backside, isn't there, Cassie, in the basement?
Yeah, we're EMS. so-
Well, and you put the vapor barrier up too, They did.
Oh, they did.
right?
Did you put a vapor barrier against the wall?
No, we
No, that
sloped it,
didn't happen.
Okay,
we
Oh.
sloped it.
okay,
Mhm.
all right, good enough.
And then the patches were on
Actually,
52nd too. Oh, sorry.
Somewhat of a vapor barrier, because we put that crate in there that's supposed to stop the vapor.
That's-
We resealed the block that
That's
was damaged,
perfect,
yeah.
that's exactly what you should do. Okay, perfect. Good job. Anything else, Caston?
The dips are all paved on 52nd and Hollywood. They
Wonderful,
actually turned out pretty good.
great.
Shouldering that low.
Oh yeah, shouldering on Wilderness.
And you guys did the shouldering on Wilderness?
Yeah.
Okay, great, saved us more money. You
Well,
guys
we
are
helped shoulder because
The,
busy bees
crew
over
that
there.
did- yeah.
Good
when
job.
Becker did Mill, we
They
actually had
swung
them
over
go
and
do
we
it.
helped them.
Yeah, they were on
shoulder.
mills, so we moved them over on, these guys helped them load them
Okay.
and finish.
Yeah, they stockpiled the gravel in the cul-de-sac and so
And
they
that's
did,
what
they
they
still
used.
saved some money there.
Yeah.
Because we used a private entity for the gravel.
Well, I believe the price they came in to do it, they were giving a pretty good deal and they were close by with the equipment, so it made sense just to have them pop over and get it done.
Good job. I'm all about saving money. Great. Do you have anything else, Justin?
And that's it.
Okay, thank you. Doug, do you have anything to add?
Nope, we double teamed that
You
one.
teamed up, all right, good job. Plan Commission,
I wasn't at the last meeting, Mr. Forbes chaired that for me because I wasn't able to attend. I do know that, item number 7 today, was discussed that day, but Dan, if you wanna give a report for Plan Commission, seeing I wasn't there?
No, I think that was pretty much the whole part of the meeting, but, the rest of it was just kinda going over from things that have been out there, things that we were looking at, and pretty much all of the same things over and over. Still working on different projects. A lot of verbiage out there.
Alright, thank you.
thank you. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Clerk, Paulette,
Just getting ready for the election.
it's been busy. Can you tell me the hours of early voting?
In-person absentee voting will be starting the 22nd of October, so it'll go Next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The following week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 9 to 1.
From 9 in the morning till 1
Yep.
in the afternoon, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. All right. And Billy Jo, last but not least.
Yes, thank you. The tax letter, did anyone have any suggestions? I did get Lorelai's suggestions on here. And if there's room, we'll,
For garbage cans?
for the garbage can, that's great information to put on there. Lorelai has suggestions that it's all one font on here instead of the different things I had, so I can change that all to one font. Stay posted about Saratoga cleanup events.
Just a sentence, because we are
Oh,
going to be
telling them to stay.
rerunning our clean sweep, the electronics, and the large item drop-off, and there's one more, isn't there? Or is that clean
So-
sweep? I guess that's it.
Well, yeah, but there'll be 2 bulk drop-offs, so maybe that's what you're thinking.
And 2 electronic pickups too next year.
Drop-offs.
Lorelai suggested dropping the address tiles, so that'll give us a little room too. I'll take care of that. And where it has the waste management containers, take off the 2 96-gallon containers, because they provide them all, so it's not like someone's purchasing them. But the town of Saratoga is not responsible for mailboxes that get damaged or knocked over by snowplows. I'd rather not take that out,
Okay,
because we get calls on that, and
Okay.
at least we can say it is referenced here
Sure.
too.
leave it
For
in there.
that, okay. And then I will update the tires, which will be discussed today.
Perfect, perfect.
And then we do have on the agenda the bank loan for the fire and ambulance. So I'll have that, if the board approves everything, then I will have that, Lorelei, for you to sign and fill out too. We have a signature in here.
Okay, sounds good. Anybody have any questions for Billy Joel? No? All right, let's move on. Informational announcements by board members. Okay, I always start with Brian, so today I'll start with nothing.
I'm good, everything pretty much got answered that I had questions
All
on,
right.
so.
All right, Chase?
I did go to the WTA convention as part of Scott's, but I did talk to a few vendors as well. Specifically about the boom mower in question. Did get a couple rental rates, looking at about $4,500 a week to rent one. And I talked to a few customers that rent one as well, a few of my customers, other towns, and they said the same thing, they're about $4,500 from various different sources. So, you know, where we wanna go with that eventually. Just as a reference, there is a boom mower though that just came up on the auction site over in Stockton.
A side
Little-
mount or a 3-point mount?
It's a side mount, a mid mount side. It's an older unit. They're a customer of mine, so I know them pretty well. I did talk to them a little bit about it. I don't know if that's something we want to be interested in, but at $4,500, you know, that's not many weeks, depending on what the price of that.
That would probably go up quite a bit. Those mid mounts tend to, I wanna say brand new, they're closer to like 60,000. Compared to a 3-point mount, they're much cheaper.
Well, from the quotes I got, a brand new one, tractor and mower, you're looking at somewhere in the 160 to 180.
Oh, with the tractor, yeah, definitely.
This tractor and that, it's a little older unit. I think the tractor is a 98, and the mid-mount is a little smaller one. It's a 48-inch instead of like a 5 or 6 foot, or a 50-inch, I guess, 4-foot one basically. But for what we would be looking for, a lot of tree trimming in that. I looked up the model. It's still supposed to be able to take 6-inch limbs and
Plus
branches
the rotary,
with the rotary. Yep.
okay.
So, I don't know, might be interesting. If it goes too high, probably not, but might be something we need to look at. I think me and Doug might go take a look at it next week and see if it's,
Yeah, you gotta have a pretty big tractor for a side mount mower like that.
so,
They do get spendy.
right. Yeah, so, I guess that's pretty much what I have, otherwise working with Paula, trying to get our numbers figured out a little bit.
Okay. How about you, sir?
I have nothing.
You have nothing?
I have nothing to bring to the table today.
Okay, Brian?
I just wanna say, that the pavement on Hollywood turned out really good, yeah, I wanna, that, maybe because of how long it took, but I understand why, and some other residents on Hollywood talked to me about that also, so.
Yeah, they did all of them, and there wasn't, every one of them turned out pretty good.
Okay.
Did they get them all done in one day?
What's that?
Did they get them all done in one day, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they did. It was a long day, but,
Well, I had my doubts they could do it in one day, but.
yeah, they did. And he was right on his tonnage, and, they're a good group to work with too, so I wouldn't be afraid to get them again. It worked out really nice.
Turned out nice, so.
Yeah. Yeah, there wasn't any of that were really knock you out of the seat. They're all pretty good.
Great. Great.
Have those been
And-
shouldered yet?
Excuse me?
Have those been shouldered yet?
Yeah, all them?
Yep.
Yeah,
They
we
did
shouldered
them
them the same day.
Oh, okay.
I had them leave a little material alongside, we just raked it in,
Oh, okay,
so
all right.
that was done.
Good deal. I have a couple things. First of all, I want to reach out and thank everybody who helped with the recycling event and with the large item drop-off. Carl, thank you very much. Chase, Dan, you were there, thank you for showing up. Mick Ferkey was there.
I guess the one comment I will make about that, I think we have to, for the recycling event, have to have them come in the back. Because we had them come in the back and we still had them lined all the way up to the road.
Yeah, so we did have them come in off from,
When we,
because we were backing up on the highway.
I got here an hour early and there were 6
Yeah.
people waiting. So we put some cones up and put some signs up and rerouted them and
Well, it was a learning
worked
event.
all right.
Now we know.
But I think we need to get them in, that route next
We
time.
should make up some signs to put out by the road
Yeah.
for enter and exit only,
Okay.
and then we could enter them, back there or exit them, whichever you wanna do.
And we did make some handwritten signs that were
Okay,
fairly good that,
cause I noticed that with the large item recycling too, it'd be nice to have, exit out the back. Cause, people with the trailers that go turn around and come back, the way they came, so.
I did get some really nice comments on both events that they thought they went real well.
Yeah.
They were handled professionally, it went smoothly, there was no long waits, so I appreciate everybody who helped. Dan, especially the public coming in and helping. I also wanna bring forward that we received a letter from the Humane Society. Our contract goes until the end of 2025. However, the new contract with the Humane Society, they're gonna pick up cats and dogs. And they broke it down into how much it costs to operate the facility. And 25% of that is what they were going to be charging the municipalities that they service, or the customers they service, I guess. And they broke it down by how much that you utilize their services of that 25%. So our fee would be $2,500. In addition to that, then we're responsible for some legal costs and some charges that come with picking up cats and dogs by the customers who actually lost their cat or dog or had it turned in, whatever. So right now I have the contract being looked at by our attorney because it looks very kind of open-ended. It doesn't really look, to me, it didn't look like it had a lot of verbiage in there. So I want to know what the actual cost to the town will be before we would sign anything. But we do know it's going to be $2,500 plus some more fees. But we don't have to sign it until December of 2025, just so you know it's coming. And right now we pay $1,500 or $2,500, but then they take care of all the other fees associated with that.
Well, we currently get billed anything above and beyond that 2,500.
But I mean, we don't get billed for return fees
Oh,
or
yeah,
for shots
yeah.
or for neutering or
Right,
spaying.
yeah.
So, these
all
charges,
that would be in the new one?
yeah, I think so. As I said, I have it in the attorney's hands right now, so, I feel being prepared is better than not knowing what you're getting into, so we'll kind of know. And while I was gone, when I came back, I noticed on the minutes that you asked a letter to be wrote to Mr. Grohowski. So I had the attorney compose a letter, and that got sent out. And I thought I brought a copy of it with me, I did. So, I'll pass it around and all the board members can read what went out. I think that's all I have to say. Fortunately, right? All right, anybody have any questions? No? Okay, let's move forward then. I need approval on the previous minutes. I hope everyone's had a chance to look at Wednesday, September 18th minutes and review them. If so, I need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for September 18th.
The updated one?
Yes, the updated minutes with the highlighted section.
I have a motion by Chase. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
And I have a second by Carl. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Motion passes. Then I have the minutes from October 2nd.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from October 2nd
Oh, for the budget.
for the budget meeting.
I was confused.
Yep,
Okay,
for
I
budget.
have a motion by Chase. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, and I have a second by Carl. All those in favor?
Aye.
I'll abstain.
Motion passes. Brian abstained. He was absent.
Yeah, that's kind of a sore subject.
He really was.
Yeah, he really was present, or not present.
All right.
Very well.
Okay, so as everyone knows, we have to take out a loan for the fire and ambulance for December of 2024 for the following year, correct?
Correct.
And the
The
fees
amount,
have gone up, so what is the amount? Can you separate them and then what it is together?
no, it's not separated on here.
Okay,
The amount of the loan is $485,395.46. There's a $500 documentation fee for the bank that we'll get to them also.
is that like a loan origination fee? Is that what that is?
The documentation fee, we've paid it,
All the years?
well, not all the years. I think it started like 3 years ago.
We pay interest on this loan, don't we?
Mhm.
Huh.
Do we have another loan out there besides that?
Mm-mm. No,
Okay, I was just, we'll deal with that later, that's budget stuff.
All right, so compared to last year, how are we with this? Was it the same last year? Because then we got the fire coverage last year with the same, we had an increase in fire and,
you're talking the amount?
yeah.
Yes, it's increased. Because this is on rendered services.
How much did it go up, you know? Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry, I'm asking you
I
questions.
can go pull the last one if you'd like.
No, I was just curious. I
Well,
know
our 2024 budget for debt services was
369, right?
$372,236.
I wanna say it was like around 115,000 more, maybe for coverage. But that was increase in costs that we
Yeah.
couldn't control.
So, I guess what I'm saying is next year it goes up again, right? I mean, every year it went up like 5% or something like that?
Mhm.
Okay,
I don't remember exactly
Well, it
the
was-
contract thing, but it does go up. We were far below, the average.
okay. So the loan will be then for the 485,395.46 plus the 500?
Correct, that's the fee, yeah.
So it'll be 485,895?
That's not the loan, no, the 500's not in the loan.
Okay, so that's just a separate fee you'll be paying?
Correct, yep.
Okay. All right,
What's the interest rate on that?
4.99.
I think that's pretty consistent for a municipality right now. I actually learned that at WTA that week too. 5% is what the normal rate is for a municipality right now.
And then I'll have that Lorelei for you to sign if the board approves it.
Okay, so I need a motion or discussion here, guys.
I'll make a motion to approve the, fire and ambulance loan.
Okay, I have a motion by Chase. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Is there any discussion?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes. Ouch, that bites. We could do almost a mile of road for that. Sorry.
Is there any way we could work into the budget every couple of years or every year to try to build that up so we don't have to borrow so much?
The-
To have it
No,
ahead of time
it's,
No.
We actually borrow that for budgetary reasons.
yeah.
There's,
And it comes out of our tax,
now? Yeah,
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 so,
I just hate paying interest.
I know,
Well,
yeah,
the issue comes in, the prices are increasing more than what we can increase our levy at. And because that then becomes debt service, we are able to work with that. So it's a tool to be able to work with that year after year.
And we need it.
Otherwise, we are going to be overrun and not be able to do anything else.
They would be able to steal $100,000.
steals a naughty word around here.
The problem is,
From what?
it's gonna build year after year though, cause
Right.
it's not a one-time fee. You're
Right,
talking,
Right,
eventually you're gonna end up where that's your entire budget, you can't do
Yeah.
any roads.
It just kind of bites this year because it had such a drastic increase,
It did,
it just,
it did.
But the reason we take that loan out is not, we have the available funds on hand for it. The reason we take it out is actually budgetary reasons.
I'm new to this.
no, that's
Well, it didn't
great
make much sense to
questions.
me at first either, but.
Great questions. There's never a bad question, trust me. All right, let's move on. Number 7, Evergreen Condominium Plat Approval. Okay, so this went to the Plan Commission and we ironed it all out. So according to state statutes, what was needed was the actual verbiage on the plat. And we have that. That's what the state statute requires, the declaration. And I think everybody got a copy of the declaration. So basically, what the declaration is, like when you see a subdivision, it's kind of like the, what am I trying to think of? Oh, yeah, covenants, yeah. It's kind of like the covenants of a subdivision, only it's for a condo plat. So upon review of that, what the Plan Commission has decided is that the 2 things they want to make sure that are followed, the expectation that prior to buildings being constructed, a site plan is to be presented to the town of Saratoga. So before anything is built, we will see a site plan. The applicant will follow the recommendations of the responding fire department for emergency vehicle accessibility. And I did reach out to the fire department, and he provided, did everybody get that? Yeah. He provided that verbiage, and Al Wenzel also has that verbiage, and that will be adhered to. That was the only thing after the attorney looked at it, the Plan Commission looked at it, and that is what we've come up with. So if anyone has any questions, please ask, and I will try very hard to answer them.
There you go. I have one, but I don't, there it is. On page number 4 here,
Got it?
under the Article 6.01,
Yep.
that last sentence,
Each unit owner, by accepting the deed to a unit, acknowledges that expansion property or parts thereof may be developed for uses other than part of condominium. Yes, because that other part of that property, if you look at here,
oh, okay, so it's referring to the rest of
it's,
the property?
yes,
Okay.
yes. Well, that was an easy one.
Yeah,
Anybody else?
everything else, that was the only thing that.
All right, so this turnaround that, we got figured in here,
This is from, Mark Kane from the town of Rome, because he's the servicing fire department, yes.
so, are we counting these driveways as turnarounds for the road? Or,
He'll use both of them. He wants the hammerhead, he calls it, at the far east end.
okay, so he does want a hammerhead over there to
Yep.
turn around, okay.
You know, but then he also likes the idea of the buildings being across from each other,
Yeah.
where he can pull into one and back into the other.
And I believe there was discussion about straightening out those driveways a
Yep,
little bit,
and he
correct?
agreed with that too.
Okay. All right.
And I think I have the correct verbiage on there. Dan was at the meeting, so Dan, if I read it, will you recognize it? The expectation that prior to buildings being constructed, a site plan is to be presented to the town of Saratoga. Second, the applicant will follow the recommendations of the responding fire department for emergency vehicle accessibility. Okay?
So what I currently see on here does not necessarily indicate that. Can we make a motion?
No, it's in his, it will be stated as part of the, approval at the town board. Just like it was for the plan commission,
Okay.
so it'll be in the minutes. I guess is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And I'll give them right now to Paulette so she can copy them.
Can I get a copy of that from the fire department? He didn't send me one.
Yes, I can give you that.
Yeah, we just need a minute.
Oh, thank you.
You want this for everybody on the board, or just
Thank
so
you.
I have it for?
Just for, so you have it for the minutes, just A and B have to be
I don't want
verbalized
to turn it on
exactly
that way, so
as
you
written.
Appreciate that.
All right. Well, do you guys have any other questions? Otherwise, I sat through it at
Can
the
I
planning
give this
commission
back to
level,
you?
so
Absolutely.
I'm a little more familiar. I'm actually ready at this moment, but I don't wanna rush you guys.
Mine now. All right, has everybody had a chance to look this over then? Okay, so I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the condominium plat for Al Wanzel.
Okay, I have a motion by Chase, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a second by Brian. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes. Thank you, El.
Thank you, guys.
I'll send you out a letter stating the approval with the,
Conditions?
yeah, with the verbiage. All right, next, adoption of the Wisconsin Administrative Camping Code SPF 327. I'm not sure how this got past us, but I will tell you that in okay, that's not true. 2015, Wisconsin Act 49 was passed, and it's a camping ordinance, and basically what it says is, if there is a overnight camping unit, which would be like a cabin, put in a campground, which the only campground that we actually have would be the one down at the end of, or off in Z, yeah, that they have to have a permit and an insignia and have it inspected. Now, all of that did happen when I was the building inspector here, but I didn't know that we had to adopt this code in order to do it. So, at this point in time, I'd like to adopt the code and put it into our building code ordinance. That's all this is doing. And so you will have a copy of it.
That's the what's in red.
That's what's in red, and it'll go on page 5 of our building code.
And this goes with the building code and is separate from our camping ordinance,
Yes,
correct?
it is separate from the camping ordinance because it doesn't pertain to that at all. And the building inspector that we currently have has to administer this code, because he has the licenses to do it, and he's aware of that. I
So-
actually talked to Josh about it
So
already.
will they have to get that up to speed then at the campground?
No, he's aware of it too, because those cabins that he put in on the end, I was the building inspector for those. I
Okay.
did get the insignia, and I did do the inspections. It's just that we did not adopt it here.
So it was
I
all
did not-
followed, it just wasn't.
Yeah, I just didn't realize that it wasn't adopted. So that's all this is doing, is adopting this code.
Okay, I'll make a motion to adopt, camping code SPS 327, and apply it towards our building code.
I have a motion by Chase. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
And I have a second by Josh. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so be it. Oh, all those against, I'm sorry, forgot the last word. Okay. We're good. Number 9, direction of the storage containers for Dan Inc. at 9536 Spring Beach Trail. Does everybody know where this is? So back before I was chairman, some of the campground that Dan Forbes used to own was allowed to be sectioned off and sold to this Dan Inc. And what he did, he put a post frame construction, like a carport, and then he put a storage container on each side of that. And what he was mandated to do at the time was to enclose those shipping containers, and that was never done. So right now, it's a giant carport with 2 shipping containers. We don't allow shipping containers. I want it gone. He's past his due date. I would like to write him a letter and put him on notice to get those shipping containers out of it.
He's had plenty of time to make that look like a building.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't even right the way he was doing it, but we gave him some leeway and we tried to work with him.
Well, how this was brought to my attention is the gentleman who owns the campground wants to expand the campground. And I said, no, you don't even have enough land as it is to expand that campground, or not campground, I mean manufactured home park.
I know what you meant, but he
Yeah.
wants to expand it
He wants to expand it, and I said, no,
after he sold the land.
right. I said, buy it back from this gentleman and then you
Right.
can. He says, I'll do that. Well, then I got thinking about it. Wait a minute, I remember something about this. So I dug this up and I would like to take care of it, is what I
So
was.
essentially, we're looking for an order to remove the
Shipping containers, failure to complete as required.
Okay.
He had 2 years to complete it and it's been 2.5. All right. So I need a motion.
What would you call that, a letter?
Just a
letter
letter
ordering the removal.
of the
I
storage.
make a motion to send a removal letter, or removal notice to Dan Inc. 9536 Bainbridge Trail for the storage containers.
Okay, I
For
have a-
failure to comply.
Okay, I have a motion by Josh.
I'll second that.
Okay, I have a motion by Josh and a second by Chase to have the owner of Dan Inc., which is Nick Sagina. That's what I have as his name,
Yes.
to remove the storage containers as his building permit was not complied with. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those against? Okay, I'll take care of that.
Get the verbiage on that, Paul.
I think I do, if I can read my writing.
If you don't, you can just let me know and I'll help you with that. Tree trimming schedule is part of the community wildfire protection plan. Okay, so we had a grant, and the grant is running out November 1st. So we have some trees, in order to get the other $4,000 of the grant, we need to trim some trees on 4 particular streets in particular areas.
About Hollywood, 10 Mile,
Yes, thank you.
Range
You-
Line,
Mhm.
and, last one was Blue Ridge, right?
Yeah, right,
Little section Blue Ridge.
right. I thought I brought it with me, but I guess I did not. So, I have contacted the county and they can get it done. And the clincher is we have to have a bill to them by November 1st, and I think we can accomplish that.
The county is willing to bill us?
The county is willing to bill us, and I gave them a limit of 5,000, so we'd be on the hook for 1,000.
What's the terms of that grant? Do we have to spend this, I mean, is that like a 50 50% match?
It
or
was
is
a
that-
50-50 match, but our guys will go behind them and clean up anyway, so that's how we
Okay.
match it,
That was my question.
yeah,
Okay.
that's how we match.
I was hoping to have the loader arms and brush plant for that, but,
We're getting there, just wait.
well, yeah.
What,
Next time we trim,
No, I mean.
maybe.
Okay, the plan on that is to rake it into piles, because they haven't got the fork, or the clam yet, which they, Caston has a bid for that of 11,000 something.
Somewhere around there,
And what we'll do is rake the stuff into a pile and go back and get it later, because we don't have them right now. We're going to need them, but we don't have it right now.
Right,
Could
So
we,
early
we,
on, they'll rake things in a pile.
could we rake them into a pile and have somebody come along that would have a clamp truck?
no,
with
we
a-
need to have our guys do it
Our
according
guys
to the
have to
grant.
do it? Okay,
Yes.
we can't hire that part out.
Right, but Caston was gonna send me, the quote on that.
I did.
You did?
And the loader arms and the installing,
Okay, I didn't.
Did that quote include the clam bucket, or is that,
no, that's separate,
okay.
yeah.
I didn't see him, Caston. Did you send it to my email or to my text?
Actually, I think I sent it to her. I should
What was
forward
that?
you.
You sent me something to send to Lorelei,
Yes, I believe.
and that was, I forwarded to you this week.
That was loader,
Yeah.
Was that what that was? I don't remember.
Loader arm installations.
Okay.
Installation.
So we'll take a look at that, Caston,
Okay.
as soon as we figure this out, if we're gonna do this route, okay?
Doug, do you know what machinery they're using for trimming this time? You said it's a different one?
Last time, I'm not sure if they used a drum, but this time it's a different machine. The other one's shredded.
Yeah.
This one doesn't shred, it cuts more.
It's more of like a rotary cutter?
They have two of them,
Okay.
they're both on CAT machines, nice machines, but this one does a little cleaner cut.
So if we're gonna do that, I wanna make sure that I send out postcards to all the affected people and let them know that this is when we're gonna do it. If you wanna do it yourself, this is when you can do it.
You said it was the 20th they were coming? I don't even know their postcard's gonna get to them in time.
21st.
21st? Because we got 2 days left of this week, and, I mean, unless we have our guys go out and hand them
It'll
out
get there.
to the doors, I don't think we can send them through the mail.
Oh,
If we need to, we could do that, knock on doors.
we'll,
'Cause-
we'll make it work,
Yeah, 10 mile wouldn't be too bad, 'cause there's not many houses on that stretch.
yeah.
I think your worst one's gonna be Hollywood.
So that consists of
Those
about,
could probably be postcard though, because 10 miles is gonna take him probably a few days.
We're,
to get
yeah,
all
they're
set.
gonna start until they run out of money,
Fixed.
because,
even if you took a postcard and put it in their door, if you didn't talk to them.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, when I do roads, in the village, a lot of times we
Don't
do
put it in
door
their
hangers.
mailbox, because you can't do that.
No, I've gotten yelled at for that.
Alright, so, are we gonna go ahead with this, or are we gonna just lose out the 3,972.59?
I think we need to keep moving forward on tree trimming, we're way behind.
I think we need to move forward, we just gotta
Okay.
stay on top of the mess that
Alright.
it creates.
If we can, yes.
Perfect.
Alright,
How far out are we from being able to get a loader on that tractor?
I think it was 3 weeks to get the arms, just the
Okay.
arms.
Well, and the clam buckets, those are pretty easy to get.
Yeah, they were usually snap on.
Yeah, cause that's just a skid steer mount, right?
Yep.
And,
okay,
okay,
Do you need a motion on
yes, please.
that? To continue our tree trimming schedule?
Okay,
Make a motion to continue our tree trimming schedule as part of the Community Wildfire Protection Act, or Protection Plan, 2024
do you need Wood County mentioned in that?
for
Yeah.
$5,000.
yeah, I gave Wood County the idea that we go up to $5,000, because we'd be reimbursed for $39.75, and I didn't want to have them stop in the middle of anything.
And, or with the cleanup process to be handled in a timely manner by our road crew.
Sounds fair.
So question, do you want him to move forward on the fork, of the arms, on the loader?
If he sent me the only thing I requested of Caston was to send me a quote.
Mhm.
And if he did that, I'm fine, but I truly have been watching for it, I don't remember getting it. But if you forwarded it to me, I must have gotten it.
I did, and I don't remember what day it was, cause he sent it to me and said, please pass this on to Eli.
Okay, do you
So-
remember how much it was, Caston?
The loader, yeah, that one was 11,000, I believe. And then, cause the other ones were more expensive, it was around the 11,000 price.
What,
Closer to 12 probably.
what model was that? You got a Case tractor, was that a Case loader arm, or is that?
I'd rather have Case.
That was the one through, that was Service Motors, I don't remember what brand.
So they were only about $100 a part. The
Okay.
case was like $100 more.
I'd rather have Case.
I think we
My
should stick with the
suggestion
brand
is
of
to
that
go with
tractor.
the Case because everything fits the tractor.
Yeah.
And one of the other quotes didn't include some special modifications they had to do.
You don't wanna do that.
Right,
Yeah, so,
let's stick with Case.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think there's a motion on the table.
is there?
I think so.
Okay, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
there is.
What is the motion? I'm sorry.
Well, well, you wanna read the motion?
To continue with the tree trimming service as a part of the,
Wildfire.
Community Wildfire Protection Plan 2024 for $5,000 with cleanup process to be handled in a timely manner by our road crew.
Thank you.
That's my motion.
That sounds pretty good.
That was really darn good. Josh, I didn't know you were so
I'll
awesome.
second that, cause it sounded good.
We have some discussion before we vote here.
Yes, sir.
Just going back to that amount, the 5,000,
Yes.
if we can get 3,900 from that, and that's a 50-50 match, that means we gotta spend 7,800, am I adding that up right? And if they check on our wages that we paid with them, and it's gotta be done by November 1st, I don't see us getting $2,800 worth of wages built up.
Well, they've
Clean that up.
been cleaning up. Oh, that's right, it's gotta be in with this.
So-
Is that just our crew that you have to, or?
No, it's
County.
with this. It counts with that. But we have to match it.
Right,
But wait,
so
oh, no, I don't know
So
what it is.
I'm thinking we should probably up that to about 7,000, to be honest, because there's no way $800 is a lot more reasonable to try to show our wages towards than 2,800. Where I think we're gonna lose that. Does everybody understand what I'm saying?
I do,
Does
but
it make
I
sense?
don't know how we're spending.
Otherwise, I think when it comes down to it, we're gonna fall short.
The county machine and man. is
160.
25 an hour.
Was it 125? Was that manned too, or was that just machine?
So,
125.
are they on 8-hour days now, or are they still doing 10s?
They're an eights.
8s, so
So
8-hour
we
days,
have it
that's
set up
$1,000 a day essentially.
32 hours. At 5,000, isn't it?
I think we told them 5,000.
Should be 40 hours, if they're 125.
Once they're set up, you can go
Yeah,
more.
40 hours is 5,000. So essentially $1,000 a day is what we're looking at 8 hours. So we would turn it from a 5-day to a 7.
Well, and the idea was that these particular roads have to be all done. So I guess the 5,000 wasn't really, I don't know if they can get them all done.
no, they will not.
That's
There's
a-
no way.
That's a week to do that.
So I'm thinking we should up that to 7. I don't think we're gonna hit to get to maximize out if we don't.
Do you think they'll be able to get it done?
They cut a lot of road in a short while, I can tell you
It
that.
So
wasn't,
we have that stretch on 10 Mile.
it wasn't that
Well,
big of stretch, but that was the worst one.
If they start on the 21st, 7 days takes them right to the 29th.
Mhm.
10 Mile was by the bridge.
Yeah, the stretch going
That's gonna
basically
be the
downhill
worst.
into the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other
That's
one
very
was
true.
Ranger by my place, and that's gonna be
To
miserable.
be honest, that's,
Yeah.
10 miles gonna need the least amount of cleanup though, when it's done too, because there's gonna be, most of that's inaccessible.
So, I'm not sure how that works, but if you cut it and they work with it, even if they go beyond, as long as you get it cut your cleanup can go beyond that, can it?
If we have to submit our stuff by November first, I don't know that the cleanup can go beyond there, cause if they ask for us to
Right,
show
that's
our
what I'm saying.
wages.
You just have to spend that much money up until the first.
Right,
Right.
so our cleanup, yes, can go beyond there,
There you go.
but we need to show the wages up to the first to be able to make sure to get that, and I don't see us, we could probably do a little more than 800,
Well, we got 2 guys.
but, I mean, 800 is what I'm comfortable with them being able to do from the start of them to, as far as picking up piles, cleaning that up, and doing other stuff, to apply towards the 2 guys.
Yeah, we're up against the
So,
the end of that,
I would like to see that 5 up to 7.
7 days.
7,000,
7,000.
so that we can actually maximize the 3,900 and try to get that out.
So how many hours would that give the county?
That'll give them 7 to 8 hour days,
7 8-hour days.
yes.
For 2? Cashin and Tom?
Well, they're gonna be picking up piles, but they've got other stuff in town that might need to be taken care of too, so I don't know that all 40 hours is gonna be, a week is gonna be dedicated specifically to that.
You got that time, Caston? Or you guys got things already scheduled?
We'll have to make the time.
So how much it's a 50/50 grant, right?
Right. So we have to spend, so they're gonna put 39, we gotta spend 39.
But we can spend it in labor. We can spend it in in-house labor.
Right, but we gotta show we gotta pay our guys for that
Well,
too.
we're paying the county to do it, right?
Yes.
That's why I wanna up the county's budget, so that we make up,
So we gotta spend 3,900,
and then spend their 3,900 too.
okay.
So 7,800 is the total we gotta spend.
They give
get
us,
that amount.
they give us 31.80 an hour for labor, for volunteer labor. So we have to, do Rangeline Road from Blue Ridge, only on one side though, 10 miles, some big trees, Hollywood, from Highway 73 to Ranger Road. 10 mile, Highway 13, just a very short distance, and then Blue Ridge, a very short distance,
Your biggest ones are gonna be Blue Ridge,
10
no,
mile,
not Blue Ridge, sorry.
10 mile right here.
Range Line Road and 10 Mile. Those are gonna be your 2 biggest ones. Hollywood's got a lot too, but,
So
I don't think they're gonna be able to focus on the big trees
Is
at all.
range line from Blue Ridge to 10 Mile?
Not the whole stretch there, it's going
Just down by the.
down the hill, it's basically from the top of the hill to the top of the hill.
That really needs it, it's canopied there.
And those are gonna be the ones that are time consuming, and to be honest, I don't know how much cleanup we're even gonna be able to do
No.
on Range Line there, cause
You'll have to.
a lot of it's hard to get to in the woods, it might just drop and be there.
So they actually pay our guys 31.80 an hour. No matter what we pay them, that's what they are worth for this grant.
Right,
Okay, I just wanna make sure you're getting that.
yep.
Okay,
Ideally, to make sure we get it, we're gonna spend probably more like the 85 by the time we pay them or so, just to make sure we've got it.
And really, to be honest with you, you need the brush cutting anyway.
Right. So, I mean, we got a motion, we got a second, I'd like to see it actually up to at least 7 for the county's portion alone. And then our guys go behind them and try to make sure we at least make up that $800 worth.
okay, that's our discussion. I have a motion and I have a second. Do you wanna change